So we got some videos here. There's a couple ones I want to look at. Some of them are new, some of them are kind of old. First things first, I want to check out some of the Veilguard stuff. We're going to start a little bit morbid. So let's get into it. Let me go ahead and pause the music here. Alright, let's watch it.
The best Dragon Age game that I've ever played.
Counterpoint! Alright, Pips, I've got no time to spare on this one. In the middle of editing this video, that bitch boy Bill Gates bricked my PC and I had to start over again. But that's not even the fun part. The fun part is, I've only got about 24 hours until I gotta catch an international flight, so now you're getting the speedrun version of this video. Strap in and strap on, here we go! Dragon
By the way, I love this guy's content. I watch him all the fucking time.
Age Veilguard looks like something straight out of a Tumblr fan fiction. This looks like a Pixar movie, but with less balls. This looks like yet another established franchise that's known for one thing and gets flipped into the complete opposite to appeal to a wider audience that doesn't exist. And I, for one, wish BioWare all the success that Volition had. But before I get into my anger with this game, I know Veilguard fans get pissy when people use their eyes to see, and they feel like because people are pointing out how shit this game looks, they can't like this dog shit themselves. And I'm here to say, I don't really give a fuck if you like it, alright? Just come talk to me about it next to this window. To kick us off, look, I know this game identifies as a Dragon Age game, but it's hard to choke that down when I can see the
I'm trying to write down the
Assassin's
title.
Creed Valhalla hanging from under its dress. Instead of finally building upon Origin's janky but engaging combat system, BioWare took the coward's way out by assimilating with the Borg and making another
Okay, in their defense, I actually liked Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That was actually a decent game, and I liked it. I really did.
shitty action game with light RPG mechanics. This looks like a clunky and packless hack and slasher. The combos look basic as shit, the flow looks horrible, and from one action game lover to another, I know you're trying to protect little Jimmy's eyes for when he accidentally buys this game thinking it's a Fortnite sequel, but if this is the direction we're taking, maybe we could splurge on a little bit of gore in our M-rated game, huh? Even funnier than that, the journalists keep
So I never played this game. Is there really no gore in it? I would have figured some.
trying to convince me that my decisions will matter, but
Dragon
now,
Age.
not even my previous decisions matter. There are a grand total of 0 decisions that will poured over from the first 2 games. Fun fact, Dragon Age 2 was made in about a year and had about 20. Speaking of Valhalla though, we now get a skill tree that's packed with a fuck ton of passive bonuses to give you the
Holy Path of Exile skill tree. Is it really in this game?
illusion of there being more to unlock than there actually is. And you know what? I'm actually fine with this because personally, I believe in gratitude. I believe that there are so many people out there that have it so much worse in this world. Like for example, your companions who now have a kids menu skill tree with, get this, 4 whole abilities. Remember when you could level up your companions like they were a main character? This tourist remembers. But hey,
I liked Inquisition's option. It gave it a super intense skill tree, but I mean, it gave you the option to totally just ignore it and just set it up to where it automatically levels your companions for what skill class you want them under. So I actually liked Inquisition's. Is this one really so different? Is it like Dragon Age 2's?
who needs that? Now your decisions
I didn't like
really
Dragon Age
matter.
Distance.
Remember when you
That
could
one
kill
sucked.
off a main companion in the first 5 hours
Favorite
of Origins?
character right
Well,
there.
that ain't shit.
Right next to
And
Alistair.
Veilguard? Your choices decide what chick's gonna randomly moan in the middle of dialogue.
You get your friend back to your camp and...
But now that I've given you the moans, let's get back to the bitching. This is Companions in Veilguard.
We're going into the fade, aren't we? Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today.
This is Companions in Origins.
39 buried, 39 found.
Alright, that's not a fair comparison. We also have this dumpster fire! This bisexual disaster! Ah! Before you get angry, that was a description from the writer of that character himself, their self, whomstever self. He also allegedly just loves his coffee. This game's gonna be another nacho night, I can feel it. Now, as for the tone and writing, I think it's gonna be that stupid, safe, My Little Pony bullshit. I think that first wacky trailer is what this game actually is, and these faux dark trailers
It's like the developers forgot what Dragon Age was. Like, you slowly seen the decline after Inquisition. I liked Inquisition, but I feel like it could have been way better, and it was, as far as narratively, it was nowhere near Origins. Origins was a fucking beautiful story that I played through twice. I don't play through stories twice because I know the outcome, but Origins had so many different outcomes. I had to play multiple.
Is
That's how
probably
well
them
it kept my
taking a few
attention.
times they get
Your
dark
choices mattered and affected
and
the
pretending
world.
it's the
in
whole
both of
game
them.
so they can bait and switch us on launch day. They can't really even hide that in their own trailers. Like, look at this. These trailers go, yeah, we're actually pretty dark and brooding. Yeah, we're actually pretty dark. As for the voice performance, Rook sounded good, but then there's this woman.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Next, now I get why they're dropping the game on Halloween. These facial animations are scary as hell, Pip.
God.
Get that demon away from me! They got that cold INTJ stare, that look of pure analyzing coupled with a slight sardonic smile that makes people uneasy. Or in other words, they're all out here looking like the third Menendez brother.
I hate it when NPCs go through a dialogue, and after their dialogue, it just looks like they're staring into your soul. Like they have so much expression when they're talking, and then when they're not talking, they look like this. Fucking judgmental and horrifying.
Following that, budget cuts. These companions
no,
are so
they
ugly,
didn't.
not even the
Not
AI
to
wants
Morgan.
to look at them.
No.
How are you gonna brag about nudity like that's a selling point for this game, BioWare? Stop the threats. I'll buy the $80 version if it guarantees that I'll never come across Tasha's nudes by accident. Fuck, I got 12 hours
Not even playing this game, I already know how insufferable that character is.
till this flight. Listen, this is what Morgan used to look like. This is what she looks like now. Point made, moving on. The only thing worse than what they made is what you can make.
So,
You're not gonna get.
and I know for the
It's not gonna
team,
last
it was
long. I'm paying
important that you
attention to
could
this
see
shit,
yourself in
brother.
the game.
Unless you're a busty
Shit's
woman.
not gonna fly.
This is tyranny, dare I say bigotry. And I won't let my busty fabric stretching sisters in Christ be discriminated against. Can I get a yes, sir? Yes, sir. Just when I thought we couldn't
Fucking
get any
love this
lower
guy
than
so
budget
much.
cuts, now we have negative budget. We are in debt. And I know this has been the subject of a lot
Top?
of controversy with many
Top surgery scars? Okay, I heard this game was woke. I did not realize how bad it truly was. What the fuck? The fuck? Why is that an option?
saying, including a former developer from BioWare, if you don't like this customization option, just don't use it. And you know what? I agree. And as long as that's the logic we're using, uncap those sliders and let us make some busty fantasy hoes. Let us blow that ass out like an Instagram thought. And if it offends you, just don't use it. Finally, despite every other RPG mechanic being dumbed down,
I am absolutely for freedom of choice. I mean, shit, you can't just force one narrative and not allow another to come up. That's crazy. That's
down
nuts.
to pre-K levels, I've been assured by every game journalist that's been gargling BioWare's balls like mouthwash that your choices matter. And after hours
And it
of
does. It
research,
looks
I can
exactly
proudly
like
say that your
Valhalla
choices
combat
actually do
mechanics.
matter. Because you have the choice to buy this piece of shit or go drop $5 on Dragon's Crown and have the ride of your life. Look at this art, look at this art, look at this art. This game is Dragon Age in name only. They're a company on the verge of collapse. Bait and switching you is their only hope. Don't believe them. And these gaming
Why would a company ever, ever put money towards this small of a demographic? Because, sure, trance is a very loud movement, but there's not a lot of people in it. It's crazy that these games even think that they can succeed. They all immediately fail. If you could show me one woke game, that actually succeeded, shit, I'll take everything back. I'll even play this up. I'll buy this son of a bitch. And you can't say Baldur's Gate because that one's not woke. It gives you freedom of choice. It doesn't force anything down your fucking throat. Sure, a companion, male or female companion may hit on you, but you can reject him and it never gets brought up again. They still treat you like a best friend. They don't
journalists
force
are
it.
word prostitutes selling their opinions for free breakfast buffets at the Holiday Inn, saying shit like, BioWare is back, baby, yeah! Listen, I have so much to say about this game, and I didn't even get to everything I hate about it in this video,
BioWare's
but
only
blame
put
Bill
themselves
Gates
in
for that.
debt,
He's
and
a
they're a good
fan of
company.
Dragon Age Veilguard, and he sabotaged me, alright.
I am actually a huge fan of Dragon Age, and this is just painful for me.
My flight's like in fucking 3 hours, and I still haven't packed. I gotta get out of here. We'll continue this
Fuck,
conversation
go
when I
back,
get back. Fuck you, Bill!
God breaks Bill Gates.